What is going on, guys? What is going on, guys? Your boy Killer Kawabo. Welcome to another episode of Men Operating in Reality. What's going on, Mr. Goodbread? Shout out to Mr. Goodbread Show. Oop, gotta make sure the audio is good. All right, cool. All right. Yeah, shout out to Mr. Goodbread. He always coming through and showing love. Thank you, brother. Thank you for stopping by. If you have not subscribed to Mr. Goodbread Show, I suggest you go do that immediately. You're going to get some great content from the righteous fear. He doesn't just talk about red pill MGTOW stuff. He talks about righteous stuff. So make sure y'all subscribe to Mr. Goodbread Show. All right, guys. So as you can see in the title, you know what we're going to be talking about today. PNB Rock. We're going to be talking about PNB Rock today because unfortunately he lost his life yesterday in a robbery. He did fight for his life, but unfortunately he died at the end of the day. First, just to say my heart goes out to the family and to the friends of PNB Rock and to his fans as well. I was not a fan of his. I never listened to his music, honestly, but he had a pretty good following. He had a pretty good following, and he was pretty famous. Like I heard of him before, I just never listened to his stuff. I just wasn't interested in the stuff. He didn't really seem like he was out there that much. Um, didn't seem like he was causing problems out there. I never really heard any stories out there in out in the news. I never heard anything him do anything bad or anything like that. This was he lost his life in a robbery, but the reason why I wanted to make a video on this is what we can learn from this. You can break down several points. You can break down several points from dealing with this from a MGTOW perspective, just from a black man's perspective as well, and it also just a man's perspective also. Any type of man can learn from this lesson. Unfortunately, again, it wasn't. We'll talk about this. We'll talk about this. But before we get started, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. Hit that like button to be much appreciated. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you know next time I do another video or do another live stream. I mostly do live streams and then I'll drop some videos, the segments of the live stream. So make sure you guys check it out. I'm sorry I didn't do MGTOW Monday yesterday. My sleep schedule's been crazy, so I passed out yesterday before I had to go to work. But that's all good. We're here today. And maybe it was the reason. Because again, I wanted to talk about this PNB Rock. Again, RIP to him. Blessings to his friends and family. Having their parents. But before we get started, before we talk about that, again, hit that like button. Hit that like button. I want to talk about this one video first I saw on Twitter. Obviously, we're talking about the modern women. Let's talk about the modern women before we start. We talk about PNB Rock. Now we know that these modern women love to say they're not saying they're not saying that article going around that men are now single and lonely or whatnot. Or if you watch like different YouTube channels, or if you watch women on social media, they love to say that they're not lonely or they're not single or whatever. They love to say that. They say when they're in their early 20s, having the time of their life, being 304s, they're going on being 304. They say by the time they hit 30, 40, they're not going to feel lonely or whatnot. But we're now getting this single influx of modern women, and not just black women either, not just black women, modern women coming out and saying that you're wrong. It's not cool to be single and lonely. For women, it's not. For men, it doesn't really matter because men have always died alone. It's been like that since the beginning of time. They're trying to make fun of us, trying to say that we die alone, like how Kevin Samuels used to say. But men have always died alone. It's been that way since the beginning of time. Men have always died alone. It always happens. Um, but these women, now that they want to become masculine, now that they want to become like men, now that they want to um, take down the patriarchy, be in the lead, now they're starting to see what the aftermath of that is. They are single, they're alone, they're sad, they're depressed, they're in the house by themselves, they got no one to bother them, no children to come see them. When you get old, nobody to help you. You might end up dying alone. Nobody's gonna find you for days. You have your own father who's probably 80 or something have to come pick you up, and you're in your 60s or something like that. You have no children, no husband, nobody take care of you, nobody, nothing. When you're 20s, you're like, oh, I'm gonna chase my career, I'm gonna have the life, I'm gonna enjoy this, I'm gonna sleep around. Then when you realize it's too late, I want to show this one video real quick that I saw on Twitter. This is the newest video. We I know we've had this video going around with this one chick. She says she's 46. She can't need help without her mommy. But now we got a new woman I just seen today. Let's show this video real quick.
I have friends and family that always tells me you're so lucky to be single and have no kids. You're living the life. But I got something to show you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my Twitter been messing up.
Sorry to say, but a lucky one are you. Because you have somebody who's waiting for you at home, whether it's your husband or your kids, whether they judge you, please, whether you feel like you don't got time for yourself. Believe me, a lucky one is you. At least you could eat on the table with the people who love you, not by yourself, living in an empty house, not having nobody to cater to. So think twice before you tell somebody that's single that they live in the life. Because you don't know how envy they are of you. Wishing that they find that one to love, someone who could build a family and have kids with, and who could come home. And remember, it's better to be with people you love and be on a table with people you love than to be in a house empty, no one to share it with.
And she did not spend her primary years prioritizing relationships. So she gets to age 40 at midlife, and there's a crisis because the rest of her life, she does not have what everybody else has. She does not have a primary relationship with the man, and she doesn't have children. That is terrifying for women. Men become better with age. Women, your options limit. And sorry, ladies, you were lied to.
And that's the problem with what modern women learn nowadays. They love to say that it's better to be by yourself. You don't have to deal with the stress of having to a husband. You have to deal with three children because your husband counts as a child as well. Yada yada yada. But women cannot women cannot exist alone, physically and emotionally. Now I know a lot of women are saying, "Oh, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it." Okay, yeah, you can do it now in your 20s, sure, but in your 40s, when you get no attention, when you're getting older and nobody's there to greet you at your house, nobody's there to hold you and comfort you in your bed, The problem is that these modern women, they think that their degrees and their career is going to help them find them a man because they want to think like men. That's the problem. You are not men. And nobody's saying that your degrees and your career is not important, sure. But when a woman wastes her primary years, what Kevin Samuel said, her primary years on her career and not being a woman and not being a wife and not have being a mother, because for women you gotta marry young. Women waste their time trying to have fun and shit like that, but you gotta marry young, at least by 25. At least by 25, you gotta be married with it, married, have trying to have a child. At least married by 25. I say young though. I say young though, like 20. In your 20s, you gotta start working towards marriage. If any woman if there's any woman listening to me. I doubt it, but that's what I say. But women don't realize that men have a different attraction level than what women do. It's so funny that women try to say, "Oh, it's society, society, society," but then they try to tell men what they should be attracted to. They try to tell society what men should be attracted to, and they've been doing this for years. Yet and then they don't realize that this has been happening. Leftover women in China, Japan. There's a lot of women that are single out there. I remember seeing an article a few years ago in Japan where people weren't having sex like that. I seen an article in Japan where people weren't having sex like that. So you can see what is going on in the world now that these women have tried to quote unquote empower themselves and be the strong woman. When men say we don't like that, they shame us and all that type of shit. Then they get to their 40s, they get to their 30s, 40s, they get depressed, they get alone, they chop their hair, they color their hair, they do all these weirdo shit. They try to look more attractive, they try to stay more young because they're getting older. People are looking at them as older, they're not looking at them as younger, they're not looking at them as viable for marriage, as relationship. And am I saying that a woman her age will not be able to find a man tomorrow? Maybe she could be able to find a man tomorrow. But one question is, would it be the man that she would want? Because the problem with these women that try to chase a career and be alone and all that type of stuff is that they do not date down. With men, we date down. We don't care as long as she looks good. We don't care if she works at McDonald's. We don't care if she works at McDonald's. We can date down. Unfortunately, women do not. They want somebody that dates their level and above. And those guys, their level and above, they're either married or they players. So they're not settling down with one woman. They're players. So they might date her, but marrying her, no. That won't happen. And unfortunately, women have dug themselves in a hole where men either flying abroad to find themselves some wives, or they're just not even dating and getting married. Like my page this is a MGTOW channel. This is us going our own way. I make these videos so so y'all can deter y'all from trying to chase these women. To focus on yourself, on whatever you like to do. Honestly, I want y'all to better yourselves, but at the same time, I don't give a damn if you want to just give up with life and be homeless. As long as you're satisfied with how you want to live. And if you want to date, that's fine. If you want to date, that's fine. But I'm also giving y'all information to how to operate when you're dating. That's why it's called operating reality, because you got to think of the reality of dating modern women. Because obviously we have a broad biological imperative to have children. And the best way to do that, especially if you're an average man, is to be married. Unfortunately, you can't even guarantee that with that nowadays, with modern women nowadays. So yeah, if you want to be married and start dating, yeah, that's fine. But you gotta, but my page is a MGTOW page. My page is trying to deter y'all men from chasing these 304s, from getting yourself financially ruined because a woman did not feel happy because one day you didn't feel like talking and out of nowhere she was like, okay, I'm gonna have sex with this man. Or one day you're raising a child for 20 years, you find out after 20 years the child is not yours. Your wife cheated on you when y'all first got married, and then she put the baby on you. So all that time wasted raising another man's child, and she lied to you about it. That's what this channel is for. And that's another reason why I want to talk to you about PNB Rock, because it's a tragic situation. It is. But it's another thing that I've been trying to tell y'all, men, as well, is the more times you hang around women, modern women, the more danger you put yourself in. And now it doesn't even matter if she's friend or foe. It doesn't matter if she's friend or foe. You put yourself in a lot of danger when you hang around women, bro. You put yourself in a lot of danger because now women are more masculine. They want to act tough. They could start something. Then you have to be the one who has to defend them, and then you might be the one end up in the grave. Or you can just be some random man. Obviously, as men, young boys, especially in my generation, we were taught, hey, you got to protect women. Cool. So your instincts kick in. You want to protect that woman that's probably getting beat up by her boyfriend. The boyfriend come and shoot you. We talked about this on this channel. Or you're sleeping with a woman. You're sleeping with a woman. She got an ex-boyfriend that's jealous. He breaks into her house and shoots you. R.I.P. problem. Because that's what happened to him. Or you get into a relationship with this woman, you cheat. She wants to come and hit you with a car. There's a video of that. A woman hit another man with a car, hit her man with a car, and killed an innocent bystander. I'm gonna have to make another update on why men shouldn't cheat in 2022, because now women are just getting even more crazier. We just had that story where that woman in LA drove and killed an entire family, killed like 6 people. When you hang around women, a lot of times as men, modern men, it can get dangerous because now these modern women are trying to act masculine, and it's creating chaos. They try to justify their feelings, and it's creating chaos. Now but now with that being said, this is not the case with PNB Rock. This is not because of a woman messing him up. This is not because of a woman attacking him. A woman didn't attack him. The reason why I brought this up is even when they are your family, even when they are your friends, close personal something, they can be used against you. And this is not me trying to blame her at all. It's unfortunate because she was not necessarily set up, but at the same time, there's a lot to unpack with this. At the same time, it's not really her fault. She didn't really antagonize anybody. It was just used against her, or used against him, unfortunately. as people paying attention. And look, people trying to say, "Oh, it's not her fault." People not ops is not paying attention. It doesn't matter if the ops is following her or not. He's a big figure. So his name being tagged in something is going to pull up somewhere on someone's Instagram, on thousands of people's Instagrams, millions of people's Instagrams. Somebody's going to see that post. It could have been one. It could have been somebody. It could have been somebody. Honestly, it could have been somebody because we don't know what the real story is. It could have been somebody who was trying to come up, happened to see her post. He's like, "Oh snap, let's go rob PNB Rock." I know he got chains, and there you go. Now we're gonna show the video of the story behind it, and then we will also show the actual his body. We will show his body. So I do want to give a graphics warning. It might get graphic if y'all are not if y'all cannot or are not able to deal with that. Obviously, you can turn away or move ahead or or go to a different. You know what I'm saying? Turn off the video. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this, we will show the video. The reason why I want to talk about this is because the people who robbed him and killed him, saw her Instagram post. They posted up. They saw her Instagram post, and unfortunately, the problem with that is a lot of modern women love to post things on social media. Now, obviously, PNB Rock is a rapper. His job is to posting on social media. Okay, I got you. But a lot of modern women love to post their entire life. This is why it's really not a good idea to really date a woman that deals that posts a lot on social media because it can be used against you. Women don't realize what they can be used against their man. This is why men have to be careful with the women you deal with because other men might use her to set him up and not even intentionally. It could be unintentional. It wasn't even her fault. She just posted up the video just to flex. But the get back kids or whatever you like to call them, they saw it. They decided, oh, we're gonna go to where this guy's at. We're gonna rob him. It probably went south, and it took his life. And again, this is what I'm saying. When these modern women post their entire lives and they post your face, they take pictures of everything y'all doing, where y'all going. It puts you as the man at risk, and not just the black man. It could be white men too. It could be Asian men. It could be your life, sure, but it can also mean your reputation. It could mean your finances. When these women be taking and posting stuff, posting your entire lives, posting your children, knowing what's going on, everybody trying to flex on Instagram. And yes, this is an everybody thing, but modern women do it the most. And again, men, it could be dangerous for you if you do that. Now we're gonna watch this video breaking down what happened to PNB Rock.
About 1:15 p.m., Southeast Patrol officers responded to the 100 block of Manchester Avenue for a robbery that just occurred. When they arrived, they found a male um, suffering gunshot wounds, and that male was then transported to the hospital. What occurred was the victim, along with a female witness, were in this area eating at a restaurant when they were approached by at least one suspect who brandished a firearm and demanded property from the victim. The suspect then shot the victim multiple times remove property, and then left the location in a getaway car. The getaway car fled in an unknown direction. We don't know where the vehicle went. Officers then were able to close down the scene until we could find out what the status of the victim is. I'm sorry to say that the victim has been pronounced deceased at 13:59 hours today. South Bureau Homicide is working this case, as are many other detectives. The victim was sitting at a table eating with a female witness when he was approached by the suspect. The suspect then brandished a firearm and demanded his property. We don't have the audio as to what the exact verbal exchange was at that time. The suspect then fired multiple rounds and then appears to remove some property. To what extent, we don't know at this time.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the.
All right. So as you can see, that's what happened. Unfortunately, again, now the next video I'm gonna show, the next video I'm gonna show is him actually on the ground. It's actual footage. So again, if you feel squeamish about blood or anything like that, you can turn away or push the video or whatnot. But after that, I'll talk for a little bit, and then we'll end the stream there because there's a lot to unpack. There's a lot to unpack with being a man for being a man in general. So let's just show this video real quick. Again, viewer discretion is advised.
They really walked right in there, boy, and try to rob him and popped him, bruh, a few times.
That is sad. That is very sad to see right there. Another black man taken away from his family, wife and kids, all that for some money. Damn, fucking crazy. There's a lot to unpack with this. Obviously, what I said at the beginning rang true. You gotta watch it what kind of woman you deal with because she could be inadvertently used for your demise. So, her posting a lot on social media, those type of girls that show their whole lives a lot, people are paying attention. People want to say they're not paying attention. People are paying attention to you. You got to watch what you post online for men and women because, a lot of men have died like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like we've had plenty of videos where guys have posted their location. Next thing you know, they're slumped in the car, bullet holes everywhere. So we've had this before. This is kind of different because this wasn't intentional. She wasn't trying to say, "Come get me, ops." She wasn't trying to say, "Come get me, I'm here." She was just trying to be like, "I'm here eating dinner or eating lunch." This is a happen of circumstance. This is a happen of circumstance. Unfortunately, some people try to get a come up, and whatever happened, they got shot and killed. Now you can have your conspiracy theories if you want. I'm not gonna have that. We just know the facts. When she posted that photo, that's when people try to come up and try to rob him. Unfortunately, it is what it is. You got to be careful as a man, and especially as a black man. You got to be vigilant. You have to be vigilant 24/7, all times. All times. Look, black men, this is another red pill truth that y'all got to realize. Everyone is your enemy. Everyone hates you, bro. Nobody cares about you like that. I'm sorry to say, you got to keep your guard up at all times. And am I saying you can't find love, you can't find a good woman? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the red pill truth is that as a black man, nobody cares about you. White men hate you. Black women hate you and are jealous of you. They shame us all the time. White women, they make fun of us even though they want to smash us. Everybody looks down on black men. They love to say that black men are the are the lowest in the totem pole, but statistics show that we're like second to white men. Everybody else, Hispanic, Asians, they're lower than us. But people are so focused on social media so much that when a black man is average, we broke. So black men, you got to stay vigilant, man. You got to stay vigilant. Doesn't matter if you're in a restaurant. It doesn't matter if you're at home. It does not matter where you are at. You got to stay on point. Because nobody cares about you like that, man. You got to stay on point. And that's why as men, you also got to better yourself. You got to be prepared. You never know when the enemy will strike. And yes, the world is your enemy. You can't even get a good wife anymore. So you can't even get a partner to stand beside you and be a good wife. The world is your enemy, man. And unfortunately, when you have a world, when you have a world against you like that, you can end up like this. That's crazy, man. And this guy was actually recording it too. That's the crazy part too. Everyone recording. Again, everyone recording and posting everything online, man. It's nuts,
Right
bro.
in there, boy. Try to rob him and popped him, bro. Few times.
That's crazy that people really just post everything online like that. Oh man. RIP to PNB Rock, bro. That's sad. Again, I wasn't a fan. Only heard of him. I've only heard of him in a few times. I never listened to his music. But it's sad that another black man who's actually making money, helping build a black family, is taken away over some bullshit. And it happens to the best of us. They're trying to say that being a rapper is dangerous. You got to correct that. Being a black male rapper is dangerous. This only happens to black male rappers. They don't happen to female rappers. They don't happen to white rappers. They don't get shot and killed like this for no reason. Over some bullshit, man. Over some bullshit. And no, I'm not. This is not me trying to blame women. This is actually me talking to men. This is actually me pointing the finger at men. You got to watch who you hang around with, bro. You don't know what she's posting. You don't know what picture she's taking of you. Now people just sneak phones and shit. I remember I used to have a guy friend. He used to take pictures of me randomly out of nowhere. When I was paying attention, I used to tell him, "Yo, you stop doing that. Stop taking pictures." And then he used to post them online. I'm looking like, bro, stop taking pictures of me randomly when I'm not looking and posting them online. And put the location. Stop doing that. Because you never know. Something like this might happen. I don't know what kind of enemies I might have. I don't know who might try and come and rob me when I'm sitting by myself. They don't know what the hell I'm doing. life ain't sweet for a man like me. Life ain't sweet for black men. And when they know you doing something, they will try and take. And it doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. It could be both. So don't even try to say, oh, it's a black man trying to do a black man. Nah. I mean, 9 times out of 10, it could be. But you never know. You could be putting all our lives in danger by posting that picture and not working with discretion. All right, guys. I will talk with y'all soon. I'm sorry for that little rant, but it actually got me upset. It got me upset because this is senseless over some property too. It's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. We're losing young black men. And this is another thing as well, before I leave, guys. This is another thing as well. They love to say that women get killed more. When it's not, this is not the case. You've seen a lot of men get killed all the time. There was just a murder up the street by my house the other day. A young black man. Men get killed more often. But they don't care about that. They just care about themselves. It's ridiculous, yo. All right, guys. You guys be safe. I will talk with y'all soon. And I really mean it. You guys be safe out there. I will talk with y'all soon. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about this PNB Rock. RIP to him. My heart goes out to the family. You guys be safe. Peace.